All right, let's just get right into it. The silent, kind of frustrating game of attraction. You know the one I'm talking about, where you feel like something's there, but the words just aren't. If you have ever, even once, been stuck in that weird limbo, do me a quick favor and hit that like button right now, because we're about to dive deep into what is really going on. I mean, for real, have you ever felt that? Where your gut is just screaming one thing, but their mouth is saying something totally different. I had this one situation where everything, I'm talking the looks, the accidental little touches, the inside jokes, it all pointed to yes. But the official story? Strictly, we're just friends. It is the most confusing place on earth to be. And that confusion you're describing, that's exactly why we're here. But look, before we can even start to decode the signs, we have to understand why people hide what they're feeling in the first place. And trust me, it's not always about playing games.
Hiding attraction, most of the time, is a defense mechanism. I mean, think about it. There's the raw, paralyzing fear of rejection. Or maybe you work together and showing interest is a huge risk. You could be trying to protect an amazing friendship. Or maybe you're dealing with social anxiety from being hurt in the past. It's this really complex web of vulnerability and, social pressure. Okay, that right there is what's so wild about all this. Your mind builds up all these logical walls, these reasons, but your body? Your body is just a terrible liar. Have you ever felt your own body betray you like that? A sudden blush when they walk in or a nervous laugh you just can't control? Because that's where the real clues are.
That's exactly right. The body has a language all of its own, and it often shouts the things we're trying to whisper. So these next signs we're going to talk about are those involuntary physical signals, the ones that are almost impossible to fake or control.
The classic eye bounce. Oh, we've all seen this one. You feel someone looking, right? You turn to meet their gaze and boom, in a split second, they are intensely fascinated by the most boring beige wall in the entire room. It's actually pretty funny when you think about it. So, what is really going on there?
This quote just sums it up perfectly. It's a battle. The subconscious desire to look at you is literally fighting the conscious fear of being discovered. That quick, awkward glance away isn't a sign they're not interested. It's proof that they were interested enough to get nervous when they got caught. Hey, if this has happened to you, just drop a guilty in the comments. We know you're out there. Okay, this one is fascinating to me. The laughter radar. So a joke lands, the whole group erupts in laughter, and their eyes just dart straight to you before anyone else. Is that a real subconscious thing that people actually do?
Oh, it is absolutely real. It's a micro moment where the social mask just completely drops. Laughter is such a pure, unguarded emotion. And in that split second, our instinct is to connect with the person who matters most to us in that room, to check if they share our joy. It's an incredibly honest and very hard to fake emotional reflex.
And this slide just illustrates the whole problem perfectly, doesn't it? The words are saying one thing, but the body is pulling in a totally different direction. Oh, we're just friends, they say, while their entire body is practically sitting in your lap. It is truly a masterclass in mixed signals. And that's because your feet, they're the most honest part of your body. Think about it. Most of us learn to control our facial expressions from a young age, but we almost never think about where our feet are pointing. They act like a compass, subconsciously aimed in the direction our attention wants to go. So if their feet are pointed at you, even while they're talking to someone else, that's where they truly want to be. Okay, so the body is a total snitch when it comes to our secrets. But if the body leaves clues, the mind must leave a trail too, right? Hey, if this is hitting home for you at all, do me a favor and hit that like button so we know we're on the right track. Let's get into those behavioral tells. Now this one feels completely backwards to me. Selective indifference. Why on earth would someone act cold and distant towards the one person they're actually into? It sounds like literally the worst strategy ever. Because it's a really powerful, if counterintuitive defense mechanism. Think about the energy it takes. Being warm and friendly is easy. It's the default for most of us. The extra mental effort it takes to build up that cold, formal wall just for you, that effort is the sign. They are so afraid of their true feelings slipping out that they overcorrect into this state of artificial coldness. The barrier itself is the tell. Now, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, you have one of the sweetest signs, the detail detective. This is when they remember that you mentioned your favorite band in passing 3 months ago, or the name of your childhood dog. It shows that when you speak, they're not just hearing you, they're truly listening and, well, archiving the information because it's important to them.
Wow. See, that's a huge one. For someone to remember a detail about you that you yourself have completely forgotten, it means their brain has flagged information about you as high priority. It's pretty much undeniable proof that you're occupying a serious amount of their mental real estate. So what's the craziest small detail someone has ever remembered about you? Let us know in the comments. We'd genuinely love to hear.
This is the person who becomes your silent guardian angel. They'll go miles out of their way to help you with a difficult task or offer you a ride when it's completely inconvenient for them. They're trying to show you that they care through actions, not through words. It's a way of becoming valuable, maybe even indispensable to you, without the scary risk of verbal rejection. Okay, let's just pause right here for a second. If you're finding this conversation as fascinating as I am, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because what we're about to talk about next is what you actually do with all this information. And trust me, you are not going to want to miss it.
Exactly, because spotting the signs is only half the battle. Now that you suspect something is there, how do you move forward without making everything incredibly awkward or just scaring them off completely? This is probably the most important part of our whole conversation. So the crucial thing here is you need a sensitive approach. First, observe the pattern. You're looking for consistency, not just one isolated incident.
Right, so you're not overthinking one weird glance from across the room at a party.
Exactly. Second, create safe, neutral opportunities to interact. Think group coffee, not a high-pressure one-on-one dinner. Third, you have to signal your own openness, with warm body language, genuine smiles. And finally, you have to trust your gut. Your intuition is processing thousands of these tiny signals at once. It's usually right.
That's the key takeaway right there. This is not about backing someone into a corner and demanding they admit their feelings like it's some kind of interrogation. It's about gently lowering their defenses and creating an environment where something real has a chance to develop on its own. It's about connection, not confession. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question to really think about. After hearing all of these hidden signals, which one is the game changer for you? The one sign that, if you saw it, would make you look at an entire situation completely differently.
Definitely let us know in the comments. Seriously, share your story, because your experience might just be that aha moment that someone else really needs to hear to finally understand their own situation. Thanks for diving into this with us. We'll see you in the next explainer.